What's up, everybody? We're about to go on an adventure. An adventure in Retardville. What's this? I found something. It appears to be a dictionary with a note attached that says, "Triggered from Justin Trudeau." Well, what do you know? A way to be a complete and total sexist while thinking you're being empowering. It looks like there's an app for that. What is up, everybody? It's Hunter Avallone here, and welcome to Adventures in Retardville, the show where I talk about some of the dumbest things that happened over this past month of February. And believe me when I say this, some of these things that we're going to talk about are so retarded, it's comparable to if Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer had a love child in Chernobyl. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and let's get started. Now, our first story is the most relevant, recent, and the most serious that we're going to be discussing today. It is, of course, the tragic school shooting that took place in Florida. Whether you're a liberal or a conservative, I don't think it matters. Politics aside, we can all agree this is absolutely tragic and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Parents had to say goodbye to their children. Siblings had to face the fact that their brother or their sister was gruesomely murdered when they were just going to school. These kinds of tragedies are terrible, and they happen too often, and I truly hope that we as a nation will never have to endure one again. Now, I think we can all agree something has to be done to prevent these kind of massacres. All right, the left will tell you we need more gun control, or we need to just take guns out of the picture, where the right will tell you we need more guns, we need to arm teachers and introduce more guns to protect people. And honestly, I think both sides have some good points. But either way, I think both sides do not want to see innocent children being murdered. So it's extremely unfair to claim that if someone doesn't want gun control, then they are okay with children being murdered, or the other way around. Let's try not to dehumanize people or paint them as people who are okay with dead kids simply because they don't agree with you on the same solution. I think that one of the things we can start with is holding the people who failed to prevent this tragedy accountable. The left, of course, quickly and predictably blamed the NRA, even getting hashtag boycott the NRA to trend on Twitter. Well, call me Helen Keller, because I didn't see that coming. Listen, it's not the NRA's fault that a school got shot up. Boycotting an organization that simply supports guns does nothing for anyone. Okay, I want innocent children to stop dying as much as the next guy. But when you blame the NRA, an organization that literally had nothing to do with this shooting, you divert the attention off the actual problem, and you look foolish doing so. So to the people on the left who would rather blame the NRA than look for actual solutions, I would tell you to just shut up. Your mindless shrieking is helping no one. The NRA could literally be obliterated right now, and we would not see a decrease in school shootings. As far as I know, no one from the NRA has ever committed a mass shooting. If you're looking for someone to blame Scott Israel, the coward county sheriff, and the FBI for gravely mishandling the calls and the warnings about the school shooter's dangerous state of mind. I mean, Scotty Boy actually had the nerve to claim that he has amazing leadership, even though his deputies waited outside while the school shooting was taking place. I understand he can't be held responsible for every single mishap, but to claim he has amazing leadership when it was his deputies who waited outside while this school shooting was taking place is absolutely appalling. I honestly think this guy should resign purely out of respect for the victims of this tragedy.
Do you think that if the Broward Sheriff's Office had done things differently, this shooting might not have happened?
Listen, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, O.J. Simpson would still be in the record books.
Wow, this guy recited a poem. What a champ! At least we know when he loses his job as the sheriff, he can go into the nursery rhyming business.
I don't know what that means. There's 17 dead people, and there's a whole long list of things your department could have done differently.
How could listen, that's what after action reports are. That's for lessons learned reports are for. I have entered into conversation with Chuck Wexler of the Police Executive Research Forum. They will be coming to town to do an independent after action lessons learned report. We understand everything wasn't done perfectly, and if it happened in Los Angeles or Chicago or any other city, every person wouldn't perform perfectly. That's not what happens.
Now, it does sound like he's doing something, but it also sounds a bit like he's avoiding responsibility. Again, I know he can't be blamed for everything, but he is the leader. It's his job to man up and step up and take responsibility for the mistakes of his department. If a store is failing or losing money, you don't blame the employees, you blame upper management. This coward county sheriff needs to stop dodging responsibility and grow some frickin' balls. And as far as the whole gun debate goes that's currently rocking this country, I think stricter background checks are absolutely necessary. Guns in the wrong hands are obviously dangerous, but to try and punish law-abiding gun owners for the crimes of some maniac is absurd and stupid. Banning guns is not going to stop gun violence, just like banning drugs didn't stop drug use. And to the liberals currently claiming that we should just ban all guns, let me ask you, why shouldn't we ban, I don't know, let's say, abortion? Perhaps your response sounds something like, because people will just get them anyway. Exactly, but when it comes to banning guns, you think that will work? It makes no sense. Whew, okay, that was a little bit intense. Why don't we move on to the next story and bring in some comic relief? Conan O'Brien. And no, he's not about to make a funny joke. He's the joke himself. Now, Conan O'Brien recently went on a special little vacation to Haiti after Donald Trump used a really scary, mean word to describe a country that every single person in the US knows is crappy, whether they want to admit it or not. Conan decided he hated Trump so much, he was gonna act like a total moron, go to Haiti, and have all sorts of fun while completely ignoring the actual problems and issues in Haiti. And then he repped this awesome, trendy, new merch. Haiti is great already. It appears that not only do gingers not have souls, they don't have brains either. But yeah, you saw that correctly. Conan apparently thinks Haiti is just so great and wonderful, he decided to rep this new idiotic merch. But don't worry, here you go, Conan. I fixed it for you. But here is the real icing on the cake. This is when the story just gets juicy. In his description, Conan says each shirt sold benefits at JPHRO. Now let's go ahead and check out what at JPHRO really is. Saving lives and building sustainable programs with the Haitian people quickly and effectively. But I thought that Haiti was great already. Why should me purchasing this shirt go to benefit a country that's already great and wonderful? Let's go ahead and look at the JPHRO website. Looks like they offer all kinds of programs to help a country that's already so wonderful. I am incredibly confused. Oh, and this is a cool background photo. It definitely screams country that's great already. This is some typical and expected but insane liberal hypocrisy right here. They freak out, shriek, and act like triggered maniacs when Trump says that Haiti isn't a very good place, but then they admit that Haiti isn't a very good place in their own way. Conan, got some news for you. If Haiti was already great, they wouldn't need our donations. So do us all a favor and stick to being a creepy carrot top, you unbearable political hack. Clearly you are blinded to your own hypocrisy. Speaking of unbearable political hacks, why don't we take a look at socialjustice.exe, Justin Trudeau. Earlier in February, the king of male feminism himself man-interrupted a poor, innocent woman to mansplain what she'd done wrong. What was this heinous crime this woman committed that caused the king of feminism himself to break every code of male feminism to correct her? Well, she dared to speak basic English.
Maternal love is the love that's going to change the future of mankind. So we'd like you to look into
we
that.
would like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind, because
yeah.
it's more inclusive.
There we go, exactly. Yes, thank you.
We can all learn from each other.
And now a moment of truth with Hunter Avallone.
Ah, hello. Your desire to be politically correct has only made you look even dumber than usual. According to the dictionary, people kind is defined as not a fucking word. And according to the Book of Truth, page 11, verse 96, it says, stop getting triggered by the English language. If you really think changing words around will get rid of so-called gender inequality, you're a fool who's not focusing on the real issues. Now please, hurry home. Your wife is already wearing the strap-on. Thank you and have a nice day. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If your desire to be politically correct requires you to ignore basic logic, or in this case, basic grammar, you're no longer being politically correct. You're being stupid. And as Ben Shapiro pointed out, people kind isn't even a correct word. I mean, I wonder what else this cuck gets triggered by. Hey guys, you want to go to Manassas? It's people-assis. Wow, check out this manhole. It's people hole. Okay, well I guess I'll go into the people hole. Without consent? Rape culture. This is what happens when liberalism controls you. It makes you crazy and unhinged. Justin, you were elected so you could legalize weed. You couldn't even do that. And look, man, I hate to sound like your father here, but you're a serious letdown. So why don't you just shut up and take your SJW behavior with you? Well, let's take a quick break and go into the show within a show. Tweeting like a tard. Some men have a uterus. 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 Well, I'm convinced. Oh, and guess what? Black Panther was the greatest movie ever. Black Panther was the greatest movie ever. Black Panther was the greatest movie ever. Look, guys, I said it 3 times. That means I'm correct. Here's some breaking news for you dimwits. Repeating the same false statement over and over again doesn't make you correct. If anything, it kind of makes you sound like you're trying to convince yourself. Bigot. President's Day was also in February, so you can only imagine the hellish tweets that popped up as well. Happy President's Day to the legitimate 45th president of the US, with a picture of the troll under the bridge, Hillary Clinton. Bitch, where? And our last tweet comes from a page mocking a father who lost his daughter in the tragic shooting. So the first tweet says, here is Andrew Palick yesterday showing a photo of his daughter Meadow. At that time he was searching for her. Today he said, she's gone. And this page quote tweeted it and said, he actually chose to put on that shirt for that story? White supremacy is wild. Yeah, this man just tragically lost his daughter, and this failed abortion would rather call him a white supremacist for wearing a Trump shirt. Newsflash, wearing a shirt that supports our president does not make you a white supremacist. Alright, if anything, white supremacy isn't wild, liberalism is wild. The fact that you're okay mocking a man who is speaking about losing his daughter simply because he doesn't agree with your politics is just so wrong and so gross. And finally, we come to our last story today. Yet another case of trying to look inclusive, yet being a total sexist. Grubhub celebrates Women's History Month with empowering delivery map. In honor of Women's History Month in March, the popular delivery service partnered with Women Chefs and Restaurants, a supportive resource for women in the culinary industry, to launch Restaurant Her, an effort that includes a map highlighting women-led restaurants across the United States. When users are deciding where to order food or sit down to eat, the map will make it easy to support women in the industry by introducing them to nearby women-led restaurants. Well, this is just great. Now I can pull up my phone and use this fancy empowering map to find a nearby woman to make me a sandwich. I wonder if she'll do my laundry also. With women representing only about 20% of chefs in the US, Grubhub hopes the Restaurant Her initiative will raise awareness about gender inequality in the industry. These people have no clue what gender equality looks like anymore. Gender equality does not look like the same amount of men and women in the same career field. Gender equality looks like equal opportunity for both women and men to do what they please. It's not a gender inequality issue that more women are not chefs. Who knows, maybe women would rather pursue different career options. And besides, when you say there's only 20% of women chefs, that's not really including how many women chefs there are at home. We believe Grubhub has a duty to support women-run restaurants and promote more diversity in the industry and on our platform, which will begin with Restaurant Her, Maloney, Grubhub's CEO, said. Or you could let people decide which restaurant they want to eat at based on the food and based on the skill of the chef, not based on the gender of the chef. You aren't supporting diversity here. You're making women look weak. For the entire month of March, Grubhub plans to donate $1 up to $1 million for every pledge made in support of women-led restaurants. The first $100,000 raised will be donated to WCR to further the initiative's contributions to women chefs, restaurant owners, and those aspiring to succeed in the industry. So let me get this straight. According to feminism, holding the door open for women is demeaning and sexist, yet donating millions of dollars to female chefs simply because they are female is awesome, wonderful, empowering, and woke. You guys need to seriously make up your mind and chill with these mental gymnastics. I mean, seriously, I'm more confused than a gay man still alive in Iran. But there you guys go. Women are strong and empowered, but they need a special app and millions of dollars to help them. Sounds pretty freaking demeaning to me. There you guys have it. Just a few of the dumbest things that happened over this past month of February. Thank you everyone for watching. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later. Unlike Muslims, peace.